All right, guys, welcome back to another episode of TesTalks. Once again, thank you a million times for tuning in. Again, I'm still early in the process, but I know for a fact you can watch this on YouTube. I'm still working on the behind the scenes. It's coming. It's coming. I'm working on it in a few days. So, yeah. Now, today, we are joined by my very good friend who I met
Maybe.
a few years ago.
Yeah, I think we officially met in maybe 23
Was it
on
23?
that snowboarding trip. I think that's the first time I met you or saw you in person. We were talking before then though.
Was that 23?
Yeah, it was right before my
That
deployment.
was 2023.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, because I deployed like the next month.
That had to be 2022. This is Charles,
Oh
everybody.
yeah,
Yeah. Okay, we'll get into that.
yeah.
First of all, how are you?
I'm doing good, man, and I really appreciate you reaching out. I'm honored to be a part of your podcast. You've
Yeah.
been talking about it, and
For so long, yeah.
yeah, I'm just happy to be here, and thank you for having me as a guest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Charles was supposed to be on here like sooner, but life and liberty and the pursuit of happiness and all that mess. But the point is, he's here now. Looks great. Just got his hair done. Do you want to show people? Yeah. Look at that. Fresh.
Yep.
Okay. Before we get started, I have a little icebreaker game.
All right.
It's called Mandela Effect.
Okay.
And it's just questions.
Okay.
So, okay. Let's start with, does the Kit Kat logo have a hyphen in between Kit and Kat?
Yeah, I think it definitely does.
The correct answer is no, it
What?
does not. Yeah.
Thanks.
According to the World Wide Web, it does not have a hyphen.
Dang, come on.
Okay. Is the fruit in Fruit Loops spelled Fruit or FROOT?
I think it's FROOT because the two O's are like the Fruit Loops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one was actually a shock. I was like, I swore it was the regular fruit.
That's like the only cereal. That and Frosted Flakes are the only two cereals I ate as a kid.
That's it?
Yeah, and I don't. And funny enough, I don't want to go on a tangent here, but you ever seen the movie Get Out?
Of course.
The scene. I'm kind of exposing myself here, but the scene where the lady's eating the cereal on the napkin or the plate, and the milk on the side. That's how I used to eat my cereal.
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And, I would eat Fruit Loops and Frosted Flakes like that.
Fruit Loops, Reese's Puffs, Cinnamon Toast, Raisin Bran. I was huge. I was a huge raisin with sugar. With sugar. Now I can do without sugar, but young me, I love Raisin Bran. I was old. Oh, bad.
Yeah, I was about to say yeah.
Okay, we'll do a few more. Does Pikachu's tail have black on it?
If not black, then brown. Right?
So, is there black or is there no black?
No black.
That's correct.
Oh, no black. Okay.
Yeah. Let's see. Does the Flintstones have one T or two T's in it? This is a hard one. Yeah.
I've never seen the Flintstones. But,
this is a hard one. Yeah.
I guess two. Flint and then Stones.
Yeah, it's two.
Okay, yeah.
It's two. All right, we'll do one more. It's a good one. Okay, since we talked about cereal. All right. Is it Captain Crunch or Cap in Crunch?
I think it's Captain Crunch.
Like CAPTAIN?
No T. Right?
Okay.
No.
So is it CAPTAIN Crunch or CAP apostrophe N Crunch?
I think there's an apostrophe.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Look at that. See? Easy peasy. Okay, let's get into how we met. So we are still currently in a group chat, but we never like in person met.
Yeah.
But we've didn't we go to Malachi's birthday?
Ooh.
And you were there.
Yeah.
Because you were what, like Batman or something?
Yeah, what was I? I don't even remember what I was. That was a long time ago.
This was a long time ago.
Wow.
This was a long time ago. I don't remember what year it was. I
Yeah.
want to say 22.
Yeah.
I want to say 22. We went
It was at
to,
his house, right?
yes,
Yeah.
a birthday party that our friend was having, and it was like a Halloween party.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I came as like GI Joe or something. And I think you were Batman.
Was Michaela with me?
I don't think.
Yeah, man.
I think she.
Was she?
Oh
That was a long time
gosh,
ago.
that
I
was a
don't think
long
about
time
that.
ago.
Yeah.
I think she was there though,
Okay. Yeah. I gotta ask her when I get back.
because I also think, didn't you have like crown on you?
Probably.
Didn't you have like crown on you? Okay,
That sounds like me.
yeah.
Yeah, probably.
So, but strangely enough, I don't think we like. Hey, I'm
Yeah, I think we really
Dantes,
interacted.
but yeah.
Yeah.
But then the following year, we all went on a snowboarding trip.
Mm-hmm. In the Poconos.
Yeah,
Yeah, in Pennsylvania.
in Pennsylvania, and that's when we finally met. And then blew my mind. I
Mm-hmm.
know his now fiance
Mm-hmm.
because we went to high school together.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's a small world,
Yeah.
small world. Because you went to
Went to Dale.
Dale,
Mm-hmm.
and of course I went to Prince George, bad school.
Mm-hmm.
And so like the odds of me knowing who he's dating is just like it's crazy.
Yeah. No kidding.
Now I do want to get into Mac.
Okay.
Shout out Mac. Hopefully she's on here at some point too.
Yeah, I'll be out. Yeah.
Um. So how did you guys like start dating?
Okay. So at the time, this is 2020. And I have a friend, or we have a mutual friend named Tian. She also went to Prince George,
Mm-hmm.
and Tian was a really, really close friend. I mean, she still is. We were writing to each other back and forth, like every week when I was in basic. Um, so when I got out of basic, uh, and when I got to what's called AIT or individual or advanced individual training, it's like a school, but you get your phone back, and there's more freedom, but you're still in the military training system. I called Tien and I'm scrolling her Instagram, you know, and I saw her friend.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh, okay, who's that? And she's like, oh yeah, it's my homegirl Michaela. We work at the cleaners, and I guess what happened when Tien was writing me, she used to send me pictures, and like of us, and Michaela had seen a picture of me and Tien, and I guess she had said something about me too.
Look at that.
So yeah, so Tien was like, shoot your shot. Like, go ahead and I'll put in an award for you, and that's what I did. So I DM'd her, and she took 2 days to respond. Actually, like a full 2 days.
Jeez. Well,
Um,
2020 was like COVID and
yeah.
stuff. And let's just blame it on COVID.
So yeah, so she responded, and we basically because she was in no, she was in Prince George at the time, but she was moving to El Paso.
Mm,
So regardless if
mm.
we were to start dating, it was going to be long distance.
Right, yeah.
Um, so yeah, so I we just set up a FaceTime. I think for the next day, and I had no school that day, and I think we were talking for like 8 hours. Like it
Really?
was a long time, like the longest I've ever like just talked to somebody.
Jeez.
And yeah, so from there I was like, yeah, I like her, and a couple weeks later I asked her, to be my girlfriend on over the phone. We started dating long distance, and we were long distance for 4 years.
4 years?
Yeah, 4 years.
That's
Yeah.
crazy. First
Hmm.
of all, props to you for long distance.
Hmm.
The old me just knew I could not do long distance. I know
Yeah.
I've always been like, no, that's not going to work for me. Now it's changed a little bit. I guess it depends on the person,
Yeah.
I guess, and if I'm willing to like wait and just deal because I am a physical person. So I'm like, if I can't see you in person for so long, I was just like, okay, starting to get like a little bit lonely. And then you also see on like TV and movies where like it starts out great,
Hmm.
but then it turns out somebody starts getting busy and
Yeah.
then phone calls get missed and then like the
Yeah.
meetings doesn't happen and then it dwells over and then you see a picture of your partner with somebody else and you start to get jealous and
Yeah.
it's like too many
Mhm.
factors that just like I'm just like no it's okay but now currently I'm like okay I think I'm probably
No, man,
good.
I definitely get it. I know, like the benefit. It was kind of a perfect situation for me and Michaela because Michaela was actually my first long distance partner, and I I'm like you. I'm a really big physical, like, quality time guy. I like to like
Yeah,
be with them. Um, but the benefit was, I mean, one, like I said, we started dating when we were in two separate places anyway. But also because it was COVID, I wasn't working,
yeah,
and
yeah.
I had money from the military that I'd like go drilling or whatever, so I'd get money for that. But also I was receiving benefits from being at Mason. So I had nothing else to spend money on. My rent was like $400.
Ah,
So like yeah, so every
to
like two
pay rent
months
and it only be $400.
in Fairfax, by the way, Fairfax, Virginia. So if you know, like it's wild. But yeah, so I had disposable income to pay the $200 to see her, and nothing was in our way to spend time. I mean, like I said, I wasn't working at the time, so yeah. So for the first like 2 years of our relationship, I mean, we were seeing each other maybe like every 3 months, and she would come for like 2 weeks at a time.
Really?
Yeah, it'd be a long. Like she was
Jeez.
almost living there. The benefit was really that she got along with everybody. Like I was at the time I was living with Winston and Nigel and Cullen. I don't know if you met Nigel and Cullen.
I met Nigel because he was at the
Oh
snowboarding
yeah,
trip.
yeah, my homie Cullen, and we were all living together, so the four of us, and we were actually all dating different people at the time, and all of our partners were like really getting along, and Michaela was
Good,
really personable, so she was getting along with them. Like even when I would leave for like drill or something on the weekend, and it would just be her. Like she developed like a really good friendship with my friend, so it
good,
made it really easy to, I don't know, just be long distance. Because the time that we had together was really easy. Yeah, I don't know. It was easier than most.
good.
Yeah.
I also want to backtrack and say that. So you said that you set up a FaceTime call with
Mhm.
her. That's dedication. I don't know if
Yeah.
I back in 2020. I don't know if I would have had the courage to be like, "Hey,
Yeah.
let's talk on FaceTime." The old me was very timid. I mean, I'm still there,
Yeah.
but now I think I'm like, the more you realize that you really don't have to take like life so
Yeah.
seriously,
Yeah.
and you just put yourself out there. It's great.
And I'll tell you, I was kind of like cheating in a way because I already knew that she liked me. So
Which is
I
yeah,
guess what made it
yeah.
easier. Because Tien already gave me like the heads up. He was like, "Yo, like she's feeling you. Not necessarily feeling, but she thinks you're cute." And I'm like, "Oh, she thinks I'm cute. I mean, I can't do any wrong." So I called her and I had the most confidence because usually, like, when you're, trying to reach out to someone and trying to get to know them, like, that's usually like the barrier. It's
Yeah.
like, do we find each other attractive? Like, do we have things in common? Like, what do we talk about?
Right. Yeah.
But because I had an end, and Tian is actually like, today, she's more her best friend than mine, and they were really close. So before I called, I'm talking to Tien and basically just getting some intel. Like, what do I talk to this girl about?
Crazy inside scoop.
Yeah,
Yeah.
some insider trading, and yeah, we. She was like, yeah, just be yourself. Like, because me and Tien had stuff in common. Me and McKay would definitely have stuff in common, and yeah, it was easy. So I kind of had an in that way. There wasn't too much risk.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Now you guys are engaged.
yeah, yeah.
Congratulations,
Thank you.
first of all. The wedding is
In
this
September.
yeah,
Hmm.
this September. How's that process going? It's
Uh,
already March.
yeah, no,
Jeez.
dude. It's
Yeah.
so she's kind of taking the reins on a lot of the planning. Um, we have some more to do, like a lot of like, the decorations and the flowers. We got a lot of the big stuff out the way, like the venue and the food and the photographer. We have a couple ideas on DJs, but really what we do, and again, I have to shout out to Michaela because she's made it easier on everybody.
Hmm.
Before, when you're planning a wedding, usually you hear like about, I don't know, bridezillas or it being super stressful. I mean, it hasn't really been that way for us.
Good. Good.
Our families are able to come together and help each other out with the planning,
Yeah.
and everybody. It's a really collaborative effort with like all of us. So it's been easy to share ideas. Um, just get it planned. So it's been a fun time. It hasn't been as stressful as I'd imagine it was, as I imagine it would have been.
Hmm.
Um, but it is coming up soon. I guess that's the stressful part.
Yeah.
I got stuff to do. Like I started to get my my suit. But I don't think I'm still in the gym, so I got stuff.
Yeah. So like,
Yeah.
how soon do you get like the dress and the suits?
So she got her dress in call it? She got her dress in October.
She already has
November.
it.
Yeah, she got. I haven't seen it. But she went
Oh.
dress shopping with her bridesmaids and stuff in either October, November, and then I was planning on going around like June.
Hmm.
Um,
Okay.
yeah,
It's a
around the
good
same
time.
time. Yeah, and it'd be around the same time that like all my groomsmen go. We all go together to get our stuff. So
Will there be like a color coordination
yeah.
theme?
So our colors are green and purple for
Okay.
the wedding. Um, Michaela's bridesmaids are wearing purple dresses. And I'm trying to decide how I'll incorporate like the green on my side, whether it be like you know, accessories or a tie or what have you. But
Yeah.
green will be incorporated somehow on the groomsman side.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Now you brought up DJ.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of music can we be
All
expecting
right.
at this
So
lovely gathering?
that is a conversation we've been having
Okay.
because it's not going to be like a big wedding. I mean, to me, it's big, but it'll be
I
like
mean, I mean, it's a big day,
yeah.
so
It's like I think 125 people in total. Most of it's family. I have a huge family.
yeah.
And my family's old. Like my family's old.
My family's old.
Yeah. A lot older than Michaela's family. Like I would say like average age is probably like 55, 60 on my side.
Okay.
So I mean they're not like geriatric, but they're a little older. So I've been talking to my parents about it because I'm like, look, you know, I don't want the wedding to be like straight line dances or straight
Right.
like
Yeah.
R&B, because like at least like it'll be like a lot of my friends, a lot of Michaela's friends. So we're trying to find the balance,
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the hard part about finding a DJ, because we want someone who can kind of play both sides in that.
Right.
Um, Obviously, I like rap and hip hop and stuff, but I'm like, if it's my wedding, I want to party. Like
Right. Yeah.
I'm trying to have some
So
house music, some EDMs. I don't know.
so will y'all be like making a playlist for the DJ?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Okay. 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 Okay.
We're putting together our must plays and our do not plays.
Do not play.
Yeah. But yeah, we're getting together a list. But it'll be a party. It'll be a party. I know like kind of the way that my siblings, because all my siblings actually just got their weddings in the past couple of years, and kind of the way that it works with them is like the reception starts at like I don't know 5, and you're dancing until like 7, 7 to 9. Everybody else leaves. That was just say the wedding party, and we can really turn up. And that'll probably be like kind of the similar thing here, where like after a certain amount of time, it'll just be like our generation's type of music.
Cool.
Yeah.
Can I expect
Mhm.
at least one Disney Channel song?
Honestly, I'm not opposed to that.
Okay.
Like I'm really
I'm
not.
I'm sold.
Yeah.
I'm sold. I'm sold. As long as there is
Yeah.
one Disney song. I've been thinking about if I want to have a wedding or not because I was talking to some coworkers
Mhm.
and they were like, we just went down to the courthouse and signed the paper and blah 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 and said our things. I was like, that doesn't sound like a bad idea
Yeah.
because although I would love to have like a
Mhm.
not even like a big wedding, but just a wedding in general.
Yeah.
Like to just think about like the venue, my suit. Oh, I have the
Yeah.
perfect idea for my suit. I'm thinking
Yeah.
velvet with a cape, so it's like a little
Dude,
veil,
I've been
but it's
seeing
yeah,
capes, man.
the
Yo,
cape. You
yeah,
have to do the cape,
yeah, yeah.
and that
Capes are
cape
hard.
is specifically
Yeah.
for me. It's not for the other groom, but
Capes are hard.
yeah, but it's just like you really have to factor in like the money and the time and the effort and it's not like you have to cater to your guests, but in a way you kind of do because they are there to like
Mhm.
celebrate you and your love and this and that. So I've been like going back and forth on whether I would have a wedding.
Yeah,
I know my mom probably would want me to have a
yeah,
wedding, weddings aren't for everybody, but I don't know. We'll see though.
Well, let me tell you, like, I have a couple things. So because of the structure of my family and how big my family is and how, like, I don't know, we celebrate everything. Like I was telling Michaela kind of because um my family is, especially my immediate family, like my mom is like super like celebratory. Like
Hmm.
I'm saying, like, if I don't know, do like something good at work, and like I'll tell my mom, I'll call my mom, hey, I just finished this project. We're going out to dinner.
Oh
She's like one of those,
yeah,
which is great. So that means when it's time for a wedding, she's going all out, and that was kind of the deal. We had to have a wedding. Like there was
yeah,
no choice. I'm not opposed, to doing a small wedding or a courthouse wedding. And if I'm being real, I mean, it gives you the opportunity to do other things. Like if you want to travel and go on vacation after
yeah,
you get married, I mean, you have that $20,000 or whatever you spend on a wedding. Imagine what you can do.
yeah.
So,
Right,
but
right,
also, the second thing you said about having to cater, it is like that. And I think my biggest thing in the conversation me and Michaela has is, I mean, it's our wedding,
right. It is.
and even like when I was a groomsman, I remember me and my best man Tim, we were at a wedding. We were both groomsmen at a wedding last spring, and we're trying to turn up. Like we're like, let's go. Like, where's the bar? Because open bars. We're like, where's the bar at? We're trying to dance. But the whole time we had to do like these other things. Like I'm a groomsman. I don't know any of these people, by the
Right.
way. But like I have to go around and say hi to them. Like imagine like what
Mm.
I would have to do as a groom. And I was telling McKenna, I was like, man, that's like the worst because like I couldn't like
That's like the worst.
dance. Like I couldn't dance or get drunk until like it was almost over. And I don't. And with me being like
Yeesh.
or us being like the center of attention, it's gonna
Hmm.
be worse. So
Yeah,
we're trying to avoid that.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Because I mean, you probably will have to meet like, if not all of your guests,
yeah,
and take pictures. And so many people will want to stop and talk. It's a long day.
you know,
It's a long day.
you
That's why
know,
I'm like, I don't know if I don't know, but
I just had a thought about that. Like, no joke. A few days ago, I was thinking about it because we're writing our vows and stuff, and we're
mm,
trying to prepare our speeches. And I thought about it. I'm like, dude, I think during my speech, I'm gonna get on the mic. I'm gonna say, you have 10 minutes to come say what's up to me at this table, and after that, I'm gonna be on the floor.
100 something
Like that's
guests
it.
has 10
You have
minutes.
10 minutes line up, and
Yikes.
that's it. Because mind you, like this is my family. Like I see my family every day. Like they don't need to like say congratulations. Like like
This is
so.
nuts.
Yeah, so you have 10, 15 most, 15 at the most. Because we have like a 3 hour reception. You have 15 minutes at the most to say what's up. Like I didn't pay too much money for this bar, too much money for this DJ, and too much money for these lights for me not to be in the middle.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you got
Yeah.
15 minutes to say like congratulations, give me a high five, and if you want to say, and if you don't catch me, you can catch me at the dance floor. That's it.
And that's
Yeah.
on that.
Yeah.
No, 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 no. That's like completely valid. You do have to be like, hey, it's my big day and I
Yeah.
do want to get down. I love you all, but we kind of have to speed things up.
Yeah.
But no, that's exciting. Can't wait.
Yeah. It's gonna be fun,
Can't
man. It's gonna be a
can't
party.
wait. I still haven't gotten my invitation, but
Dude, I should have brought that over
it's
today.
okay. It's okay. It's
Yeah.
okay. It's not like I have to be there. I'll see the pictures online and
Well, just know, like, all the
just
information is going to be in the group chat. So,
sure.
but also, I will next time I'm over here or next time you're over at my place, I'll give you because we don't even have the invitations. It's the same dates, but you're on the list.
Oh,
So yeah, you're
I'm
you're
on the list, guys. So yeah,
you're good
yeah.
again.
Okay, okay. Now I want to divert. You're a big movie guy.
Mm-hmm.
I was talking to Larry, who was here on the last one, and we were talking about movies from like 2025, and we were just like,
Mm-hmm.
movies have really like gone down, like
Mm-hmm.
gone downhill. Like I think outside of Wicked,
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I was really excited to watching movies, and I used to love like
Mm-hmm.
going to movies, but now I'm just like, there's nothing really good out. So,
Yeah,
have you seen any like?
yeah,
Okay, okay,
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Well, sorry, Wicked and Sinners. Sorry,
Oh yeah, Sinners for
go
sure.
ahead. Yeah.
Um, yeah, I think now you have to make. more of a conscious effort, like as a moviegoer to try to see different things. I think at least in 2025 we had Superman and I'm trying to think, but other like big franchises where
Hmm.
they were recognizable IP where you can just go and you're surefire gonna have a good time like Wicked. But there were a lot of movies that I saw, and I made a conscious effort to go see that really like had a profound impact on my life. That otherwise, like if I wasn't online and like it wasn't like a Regal Unlimited member where I could just go to the movies,
Yeah.
I don't think I would have saw. I would be like most people, and I just wouldn't go because a lot of this stuff, But the movies I took chances on, like, were really good, and I think a lot of them are underseen because of advertisement.
Yeah.
A lot of these things weren't advertised. Like, I had to go out and try to find these things,
Yeah.
and also with me just being like really into like the award cycle, and I like to every year like fill out my Oscar sheet to see who wins what.
Hmm.
I just go down that list and watch those movies just so I'm in the know. But there were a few movies that I saw last year that were really good. Like some of them like as I take movie watching, I guess more seriously, or it's like an actual hobby for me.
Hmm.
There were movies that I saw in 2025 that were really highly on my lists. That I think about every day still. Yeah.
Example.
So I think one of my favorite movies last year was Hamnet. It came out in December of last year. It's with Jesse Buckley and Paul Mescal. They're the two leads, and essentially it is about, or it's based off a book that's like loosely based off of Shakespeare's life,
Hmm.
but it mostly focuses Shakespeare's family rather than him.
Okay.
So his wife, and in the movie and the book, his wife's name is Agnes. So you kind of see the structure of Shakespeare's family through her, and
Hmm.
she's the lead, kind of like taking care of the family and a lot of like the tragedy that surrounds the story of Hamlet. Um, you see it through her perspective. Because, and I don't know if the Streffan fact checked it, but in the movie, the play Hamlet is based off the death of their son Hamnet. So you see how that affects the family, and it was such one of the most powerful performances I've seen by any actress. It was amazing, and I think about it because what the movie taught me or what I took away from it. It's a story of grief and acceptance. It's a story of the importance of art
Hmm.
and
Yeah.
an outlet, you know. And these are all the things that I can really agree with, and I've dealt with in my life. So Hamnet had a really profound effect on me. Um, and every time I talk to somebody about movies, I tell them to go see Hamnet because I mean, Oscar season's coming up in 2 weeks. I
Hmm.
think Jessie Buckley as Best Actress is the only like nomination or category that's like a surefire 100%. She's that good.
Hmm.
Um,
Tea.
yeah. So I saw that movie. There were other movies. I went to go see The Secret Agent with Luca Mora. He plays El Chapo in Narcos on Netflix. And that's a story of kind of like the political landscape of Brazil in the 70s, how it was divided between North and South, where North was seen as the communist or being infected, in quotes, by communism, and the South having a dictatorship going on. People fleeing the South to the North, and then from the North to somewhere else,
Hmm.
just to flee persecution
Yeah.
because of their differing political views. And it was really a story of history. It was a story of familiar history and lineage. And I recommend that movie to anybody that wants to watch it, especially, and it's funny, especially as an African American. Because in the story, the main character, before he flees, um, he wants to find record of his mother who died.
Hmm.
So as he's waiting for his paperwork to fly overseas, he's undercover at an ID facility, and he only chooses that cover so he can find record of his mother to take with his son to wherever they flee to. I won't spoil it, but I I find relation in that because as an African American, you without like real knowledge of like my ancestors, you know, I can trace my ancestors actually just recently over a couple of years. My dad found out, but I can trace my lineage back to a plantation in North Carolina.
Wow.
But before then, I don't know where they came from. I mean, on all the birth certificates or records of slave ownership, it just says X. We didn't have names. Um, and you know, it's it's a privilege to be able to know your lineage. And there's a lot of people in this time in Brazil that are dealing with the same thing that we deal with now, because like all these records were wiped out. And the story kind of goes into that a little bit,
Hmm.
but and that's not even really the main focus of it, but that was like kind of a tenet in it. And I was like, wow, like because I'm making an effort to watch like this foreign movie about this foreign civil dispute that I have no idea about, I now know that like people across the world, like we relate in so many different ways. And I think that's kind of one of the main benefits of watching so many movies is I learn so much about the world, and my worldview changes. And then now when I see like a Brazilian, I don't know if that was around in the '70s, I'm like, yo, like I know what you went through, and I empathize with you, and I relate to him in a certain way. But there are so many movies. I mean, just follow my letterbox. I'm plug my letterbox at the end of this, but but yeah, there were so many things that I saw, man, that were really profound. But there had to be a conscious effort to go watch them. I will give you that. Like, it wasn't anything that was like Marvel or something that you had to go like that you just know was out.
Yeah.
A lot of these things were hidden. Like Secret Nation, the movie I just saw, that was in theaters for like a day. And then the only movie theater that was showing it was Movie Land in Richmond, for like 2 weeks. But that was like it wasn't at Regal, it wasn't at AMC, it wasn't at Cinema
Wow.
Cafe, it wasn't anywhere. So yeah, you really have to make like you have to like search for these things, and it makes it hard. So
Interesting.
yeah.
Now, I have to talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
Wicked.
Mm.
Wicked. I have to talk about it.
Okay.
I have to talk about it. So far, I've talked about it with all of the guests.
All right.
Now, my first question: were you like actually planning on going to see Wicked?
Not until that day.
Okay,
Yeah, me and Michaela were going to see something else, or no, I was going to see something else actually. But then I was like, you know what? I'll just go watch Wicked because she wants to go watch Wicked, and she watches the movies that I want to watch. So I'll go watch the movie that she wants
crazy.
to watch. So I went into Wicked for good without having seen Wicked. However, I did watch my little YouTube breakdown.
Oh
I was
God.
like, look, like what did I miss? Because I had about like 10 minutes before we went to the theaters.
Mm. So
Um,
like,
yeah,
you didn't like listen to the music or
I've
anything?
heard some of the music.
Okay,
I'm familiar with. I'm actually like fairly familiar with Wicked, like as like an IP, but I didn't see the first Cynthia Erivo Ariana Grande like movie from what was that? Well, that was 23, right?
no, that was last year.
Oh, okay, yeah. So,
Well, not last.
but I
Yeah,
get you. Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
24.
yeah. 24.
Um, yeah. So I'm familiar with Wicked and kind of the story of Wicked. But I didn't see the first one. I still haven't seen it. I'm probably gonna go watch it. I heard it's really good.
Wait, wait. You haven't seen part one?
Mm. Yeah, I've only seen part two.
Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. You've only seen part
I've
two?
only seen part two.
You
Yeah.
didn't watch part one?
Not before, because like I said, I wasn't really planning on going. I was like, I'll just go. Um, yeah.
Let's
So
let's just take a moment of silence
okay.
for that. You really did not see part one.
Yeah, and as I sitting here talking about how much I love movies, I haven't seen part one. Yeah,
What?
I've seen it in passing. Like
You have to watch
yeah,
part one to understand the major frustration in part two. Okay,
yeah.
so okay. Well, now I didn't want to talk about it because you didn't see. But
Well, let me clean it up a little bit. So we were so, and I'm against this talking in the movies, but me and Michaela were the only people in there.
mm,
So certain plot points from one would be brought up. Like I was putting the pieces together, somewhat. Like for example, when they went to see her sister, I forget anybody's name.
Nessa Rose,
Yeah, no, it's Nessa
yes.
Rose and her guard at the time, Bach.
Bach, yeah.
Yeah, they went to go see Bach, and basically Nessa was like going crazy about like how much she hated her sister,
Mm-hmm.
and you kind of put it together as to like why, like maybe she just doesn't get it. And then also I saw like the relationship between Bach and Nessa, and when he went and he was like, I gotta go tell Glenda that I love her, and then Nessa was upset, and then they go into like a whole like conversation about what happened on the night of the dance. So I was putting it together. I was like, okay. Now I get it. Like now I know why she's upset. I know why she feels the way that she feels. I know why she's like not necessarily jealous of Alphaba, but
She's
why?
ungrateful.
Yeah, exactly.
She's heavily ungrateful.
Yeah.
Side note, she's a horrible, horrible, horrible
Oh
person.
yeah, I put that together.
But
Yeah.
when Bach was at the train station and he had this whole plan of
Yeah.
starting a new life, I mean, he had his briefcase and everything. And the poor man said, "Did you not see the new band?" He said, "The new band." Nessa put a band on the Munchkins. I said, "Yo,
Yeah.
she's actually
Yeah.
hilarious." Oh, I cracked up, cracked
Yeah.
up. Bad, but bad,
No,
bad, bad
yeah.
lady.
I
That
know.
was
Like,
funny though.
I mean, watching Wicked Part Two, that's the impression I got. I was like, everybody sucks,
Yes,
but Elphaba, like Elphaba's like the only one.
and Fiero.
Oh yeah, Fiero,
Okay,
yeah. Fiero stayed down too. Because and Fiero and Elphaba were my two favorite characters the whole time. Because I remember the conversation, and this is the conversation I was having with Kayla about it too. I was like, I think Glenn is probably my least favorite character because
she sucks.
because of the conversation that Fiero and her had. Fiero, her, and the teacher. I forgot.
Which Madam Marble?
Yeah, Madame Marble.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay, okay.
and basically, Fiero was like, like you can put a stop to this. Like you can put an end to all of this if
Yeah.
you want to. And Glenn was like, no, like why would I? Like look at the life we live. And I was like, okay, now like, and that's what kind of drew me back. Like watching that, I'm like, okay, like why, like why do people like Glinda? Like because like she just explicitly said like screw Elphaba.
Yes,
Like I'm
yes.
rich, we're lit. Like you know what I mean? And I
She
was like,
had the guy. She had the fans.
yeah, the
She
status,
had
everything.
the status. She had the gorgeous like room,
Yeah.
place to live and stuff. So she was like, "Yeah, why would I give all this up just for my so-called friend?" She's a sellout.
Yeah,
She's a sellout.
it was horrible.
Sellout. But you
Yeah.
did like the movie.
I thought it was fine. I I don't think I have as much an emotional attachment to everybody else in my life. Like
I
Michaela was
think you
like
got to see.
bawling,
Yes,
like, and
when
I was like, I don't get it, but
I teared up when at towards the beginning. Thank goodness when Miss Grande just took the time, she slowed the music down and just started singing. That's why I couldn't be. I was like,
yeah,
ah, that's Ariana Grande. First of all, that's not somebody to play
yeah,
with. But just just watching her sing that on film, because she's not happy. She's like,
right,
yeah. She's like, yeah, I couldn't be happier. That's a lie. Because there's a hit out on your so-called best friend. People want her dead. So that's one. But then we get to For Good,
mm-hmm.
which is the saddest song out of the whole movie. That
The end
where
song with yeah,
yes,
that song's gorgeous though.
it's so pretty.
Yes, yeah,
And I knew going into it, I was like, yeah, I'm probably gonna shed a tear. Oh, bald,
yeah.
bald.
I don't blame you. I mean, that
That
song's
was a
gorgeous.
hard scene to watch when they both said "I love you" to each other.
Yeah.
Tears are just flowing. I was like, yo, this is actually too much. It
Yeah.
was, yeah,
I don't know. That's kind of when I locked in on the movie too. I mean, that's towards the end, but that was probably my favorite scene. When Glenna came to the castle to warn Alpha, but Alpha was like, I have to die, like, or I have
yes.
to, I have to let them kill me. I have to be the villain.
She had to fake her death.
Yeah.
She had to fake her death.
Oh, spoiler, my bad.
Eh, we talked about it enough. Spoiler.
Okay. But yeah, that was a wild scene. I think that was the most that was the most impactful scene for me. And then when Dorothy came up and not Alpha, but Glenda's washing through the closet.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was pretty strong.
she literally watched her friend die.
Yeah, like melt. It was like kind of violent.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I was like, you really don't come back from that.
yeah.
But I think you do have to watch part one. I
I know I need to,
to
man.
think
I'm letting you down.
to
I know.
like fully get the story. I think I know you have to go back and
Okay.
watch part 1 and then part 2 and then glue it all together.
I think it's on Max or something too. It's on streaming.
It's on Prime,
Oh,
I
it's on Prime.
think.
Okay.
I think it is on Prime.
Yeah. It's on something. So I can't watch it. But it's so long.
It's long, but
And I feel like I'm art like, well, I want to watch it because you're not the only person to tell me to watch it. Like everybody, and honestly, I just think I haven't watched out of spite at this point. Like I'm like, I don't want to, but I need to, like you said,
I
to
think you need to.
grasp, the full context of the story. Because I was just kind of piecemeal it together.
If you don't want to watch it, I say at least listen to both of the soundtracks.
Mm-hmm.
It's not going to give you the full scope, but I mean, it's better than just watching half of it,
Right.
the ending half. I also want to touch on something.
Okay.
Our mutual friend Chris.
Okay.
One day in our group chat, and Chris, if you're watching this, I will never let you live this down. You had the nerve, the balls, the audacity to say Elphaba had a good enough ending. Let me tell you something. I about snapped at work. I said, she was driven to suicide.
Yeah.
That's a good enough ending. Oh well, she left with her man. She left with Fiyero in the middle of nowhere. She doesn't know where they're going.
I'm like, where do they end up?
It's in a land of nowhere. Yeah. Apparently, in the book, they're dead. So,
so
first of all,
the ending in the book is different than the
yeah,
movie.
yeah,
Oh, wow.
yes.
So she actually dies.
I actually learned that. Yeah.
Okay.
So here's the thing, or maybe Fiyero just dies, but I think they both died. But I think it's just Fiyero. I don't know. Yeah. I didn't read the book.
Both are miserable.
Yeah. So first of all, she was driven to the point of suicide. Let's just start there. In the end, she had nobody on her side but Fiyero. But for at least not too long, but she thought Fiyero was dead because the guards took him.
Yeah.
And then they were like,
jumping
okay,
him for like 30 days and 30 nights.
she saw that glimpse of him on the little cross, and she's like, oh, he's dead.
Yeah.
So now she's like, okay, I have nobody. I don't have my family. I don't have my friends. I don't have this guy that I love. She literally has nobody. So she's like, okay, I think it's just time to fake my death. For you to say she had a good enough ending, I don't think you really got the movie. So Chris, that's for you. Hopefully you take this with a grain of salt. Go back and watch the movie.
Because I think that's kind of my problem with the ending of Wicked for Good. It was like, for all intents and purposes, I mean, the system didn't really change.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I mean, Glinda, she got rid of the teacher in Oz. Right. And she brought back the animals.
Yeah, and the Munchkins, I guess.
But the point is that the damage has already been done.
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
Because now they're still like, okay, well, she still was the Wicked Witch. But the Oz touched on something really valid. Mm-hmm. When they both were talking to him like earlier on, he was like, oh, I could tell them right now that I'm this big fraud, but they wouldn't believe me because they want something to believe in. I was like, that's probably the smartest thing you've said in both movies.
Yeah, that's wild.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
And so, while it's very unfortunate that Glinda has to lie and be like, "Oh, well, I didn't know her. We just went to school." It's sad, but it's true. Oz is a dumb place because for you to come up with the fact that throwing water on somebody can melt them is just like the wildest thing. And then we really have to get into when Oz got there, and they were like, "Oh, there's this book," and they were like, "If you can read it, then you're magic."
Yeah.
He said, "Omaha." That's the place where he's from. They were like, "Oh my gosh!" I was like, "Oh, this is like the dumbest place on earth." So, all in all, guys, Wicked is just, it's great, but it's dumb. It's so dumb. I was like, Oz is fucking stupid. It's stupid. It's stupid.
The really big thing about Wicked, and something about me, and I think we talked about this before, is I'm not really like a huge musical guy, but I can really appreciate.
I mean, the music was insanely
like
good.
It was. I don't know what I was expecting, but it was really good.
It was really good.
So yeah.
I mean, when you cast Broadway performers,
dude, Cynthia Erivo, man, like
that's out of this world.
She was also singing Ariana Grande. Like it was wild. I, mean, I don't know if that's blasphemous to say, but
no, she is the moment. I mean, she has been. That's That's why when you're doing something as big as Wicked, you
Mhm.
have to get somebody that's done theater. You
Yeah.
can't now. I granted, I appreciate all of the talent that came out. I mean, like Dove Cameron,
Mhm.
Jesse J. I think I saw a few of the Jonas Brothers, Demi Lovato. I think
Mhm. Mhm.
too. Great,
Yeah.
but you need a performer. You need
Yeah.
somebody who's had that experience to get it.
Yeah.
Cynthia could not have been the more perfect choice
Yeah.
for Elphaba. Because when you get down to it, again, nobody can play Elphaba better than a black woman.
Yeah. I
This is a
mean,
racist story.
yeah, and I'm so glad you said that because at the end of the day, I mean, that's what I took from it. I
Yeah.
think that's why I had so many strong feelings about it as well
Yes.
because I was able
Yes.
to identify that. But wow, yeah, I was completely unfamiliar with Cynthia Erivo before Wicked for Good, and yeah, I'm
See.
a big fan now.
Yeah.
She's unreal.
She is.
Yeah.
She is. She is. Okay. It's enough on Wicked. Because I can talk about that forever. Okay. One thing I do really appreciate is your taste in music.
No, thank you.
Because you have like this like broad like range of like genres
Yeah.
that you listen to. So is it just like you just like what you hear
Yeah.
type of thing,
Um,
I guess? Or like where did this like broad range of music kind of come from?
I have an answer for that. That may have been more acceptable like 10 years ago, but I'll be honest. Okay. So before like I would say middle school, I'm listening. I mean, we're like 10 years old, so I mean, we're listening to whatever you hear on the radio or whatever.
Hmm.
But I hit middle school and I buy my first album. In 2012, I bought Graduation by Kanye West with my own money,
Mm,
and that was actually the first album I ever bought in my life. And I became like obsessed with Kanye, and I go back
it's a
and listen
solid
to
album.
College Dropout and Late
It's a
Registration,
solid
and
album.
um, at the time, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. No, I think it was maybe 2 years after. I don't know, it doesn't matter, but I could listen to My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy after I buy Graduation, and that album changed my life.
Mm,
Um, it opened the doors for me to really just discover new people. I know songs, for example, like uh, mm, I forgot the name of the song, but a song like "Lost in the World" with Bon Iver, who's like this like electric like folk artist.
okay.
But he's one of my favorite artists, or they're a band, but Justin Vernon, who's the frontman of Bon Iver, is one of my favorite artists. And from there, I was able to discover people in that genre. And going back to Kanye, I would find people like Mike Dean or something, who's a producer who was like super synth heavy. So then I was really
Mm,
into synths, and basically just following the path of these different collaborators, really from Kanye, broadened my scope and like for music. I say that as controversial because Kanye is like a nut job, but um,
understatement.
yeah. But I think it really started with him, and then from there, also just kind of like the cultures and things I was interested in as a kid. Like I was really into skating, so obviously
Yeah.
like punk and indie and rock music in general is going to
Mm,
be like integral to that culture. So I started listening to it, um, and just me having like an older family or a black family, I listened to like a bunch of R&B, and obviously I run down the list of that. But really just having different interests um, in different subcultures allowed me to dive into different types of music. Um, Especially like when I moved up to Nova and I go to Mason, I meet all these different people, and I go to like parties where people are playing like house music. And I'm like, I've never heard house music, but this is hard, and like I'm dancing hard, I'm sweating, and I'm like, man, like this is like a different world.
yeah. Yeah.
So I really just attribute like all the things I listen to and I like just one based off of it started with Kanye, yeah, but also like just I guess my willingness to just try different things, I guess.
Yeah.
And I find that like relating to people through music or movies or TV,
Yeah.
it's a really easy way to make friends.
Hmm.
So I would I was trying to make friends, and I was trying to step out of the box. So I would force myself to listen to these things, and if I liked it, when I met someone who was also into it, it was easy to relate to them.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's
So,
a
so yeah, I think
cool way of putting that. Yeah.
yeah,
That's
and
dope.
also it's just fun, man. I don't know, like Richmond is huge. Like in high school, when I turned 16 and I got my license, um, I was going to every concert I could as well. I mean,
Crazy.
they were cheap. It was like $10,
Yeah.
Places like the Broadberry or like the National,
Okay.
they were
Yeah.
having like shows for like $10, and it'd be like, some indie band, some local band or whatever, or it'll be like some local like R&B artist or some local rapper or whatever. And I would just go. I
Hmm.
mean, I have nothing else to do on Saturday, and it's $15 to see this random guy, and
Yeah.
if I don't like him, it was $10. So yeah.
Nice.
Hmm.
Now you also game.
I do.
Do you stream?
Not consistently. I used to. Um, I still have like my setup and stuff, but I don't really stream that often.
Hmm.
Nobody really
Okay.
watches me.
I mean,
So.
we all start from somewhere
Yeah,
though.
that's fair.
So, what are like your top 5 games you just
Of all time,
um
uh,
is that
I can answer that. I think.
okay? Then yeah, of all time.
Um, well, number one, my number one favorite game of all time is Kingdom Hearts 2.
Ah, God
Um,
love Kingdom Hearts.
yeah,
Yeah.
like
Man, that takes me back.
yeah, like growing up, I used to watch my brother play it. And then when he got tired of it, I don't think I played anything else.
Kingdom Hearts
Um,
is that game.
yeah. Uh, I was also a really, really big Halo guy.
Mm.
Halo Reach is my favorite, and I used to like collect like a bunch of like the Spartan memorabilia and action figures. So Halo Reach would probably be my second favorite game of all time. Third, honestly, would probably be Super Smash Brothers. Like, and I would have to
Yeah.
put that like all together.
Okay.
I'm cheating a little bit, but I would have to put all those games together. I'm really into fighting games. Smash kind of toes the line between being a fighting game and like a party game, but I
Mm.
consider it a fighting game.
Mm.
Um,
I would say
yeah,
it's a fighting game.
and it's honestly the game I like. You know, I don't play it a lot, but like I watched like before I came here, I was watching the Smash tournament. I watch it every weekend. You can ask Michaela; she's sick of it. Um, like on Twitch, the only two people I'm subscribed to on Twitch are Hunter and this 24/7 Smash channel that just plays like old fights, like
Damn.
because that's what I watch when I go to bed. Um,
Nice.
yeah. My fourth would probably all time would probably be Sly Cooper 3 Honor Amongst Thieves. It's a PS2 game. Um, it's like Assassin's Creed before like Assassin's
Hmm.
Creed was cool.
Okay.
Um, it was so awesome, and Sly Cooper is one of my favorite protagonists. It's like this raccoon, but he's like this like charming, suave, like spy guy, and Honor Amongst Thieves has like such an interesting story. Really, just he's trying to find, um, not trying to find, but he ends up finding like the history of like his lineage. Like he finds like all of his ancestors were old spies and thieves, and there's like a long, rich history with that, and he's trying to like find and recover that. It was a really cool story. I mean, I played that when I was like 8, and it's only on PlayStation 2, so I haven't played it since I got rid of PlayStation 2.
Yeah.
But
What a time.
number three. I'm sorry, number five. Number five's hard. I don't know because I could answer that in a way that it's like a multiplayer game where like I spend a lot of time. I spent a lot of time like where it's like Black Ops 1 or 2, where when I was in middle school and early high school, I would just run that game every day,
Hmm.
and um, I made a lot of friends, and even now, like that's really like kind of the way that I make not make friends, but that's the way I really talk to like Hunter. I talk to Hunter like every day.
Really?
Yeah, because we play the game every day.
Hmm.
So like a game like I don't know Marvel Rivals or something where it's like I don't really like it's not my favorite game, but the memories associated make it that way just because it
That's
allows
fair.
me to talk to my friends like that.
That's fair. Yeah.
Um, yeah, so probably something like if I'm being super honest, I'd probably say Call of Duty Warzone.
Okay.
And not because I liked the game that much, but for 2 years, like that's all I played, and it was really just because it was the one game that Michaela really liked. So when we were long distance, we played that game all the time.
Mm.
And then even when she came and visited, I had an Xbox 360. I'm sorry, I had an Xbox One and a PlayStation 5. So what we would do is Michaela would play on the Xbox One, I'd play on the PlayStation 5, and I'd have like Nigel and Cullen or Nigel and Winston, and we'd all play in the same house. Um, and that was some of the most fun I've ever had in my life. Like
Mm.
us playing like this 4 man battle royale, and I die or whatever, and I run up like stairs to once, I'm like, yo, you gotta kill him, he's on the left, and he's running down and giving me call outs from people. I don't know, it was such a fun experience that lasted all throughout COVID. um so yeah, the game sucks,
The game sucks.
but it was so fun to play.
Yeah,
So I honestly, I don't think I'd play Warzone. It's some of the fondest memories I have associated with any game.
that's fair.
Yeah.
I was not a gamer growing up.
No.
I I think probably my favorite game, and it probably is still to this day, was Just Dance.
Oh, yeah, that's not a bad
Nobody
one.
could, nobody outside of my brother, nobody could ever see me in Just Dance on the Wii. The Wii was like the best thing ever to be made, ever to be made. But yeah, I never really got into like. I mean, I played Halo with
Mhm.
my brother, but like I wasn't big into like shooting games, so
Yeah.
like Call of Duty, and all that stuff. But now, I think I would rather play that, which is crazy enough.
Yeah.
But the old me, no, I was more of a Just Dance. I mean, I played like Naruto, Dragon Ball Z,
Right.
but I think outside of that, I didn't really play anything. I don't know. I just wasn't really big into like
Yeah.
gaming, I
I mean, I
guess.
get it. I
But
mean, now I view gaming more as like a community thing rather than like, because if I'm home and I don't know, I'm not going to the movies or something, I'll like just see who's online and I talk to them like without you know playing the game as much as I do. I don't think I would talk to some of my friends as much as I do.
mm,
Like I talked to, we never met Tim, but he's my best man. He's been my friend since I was like 6. But I talk to him every day because I just even if we're not playing the game, I
mhm.
think just having computers and having Discord and Steam just open the door for us to have a conversation. Just
Yeah,
because we're online, I don't know, watching a movie or something, or and he's like doing homework, and I'm like, hey man, let's hop on the game. Um, and it's really just to talk to him, and the same things with Hunter or Chris or Winston or whoever. Where when I see them online, it's just a an easy way to communicate with them.
yeah.
And that's kind of what I view gaming as now. Um, I feel like just in general, like a lot of people have a hard time, I don't know, connecting with others and
Mm.
communicating and making friends.
I blame that on COVID.
Yeah,
I
honestly, yeah, it's not. Yeah,
I heavily blame that on COVID
yeah,
because now it's like people are just so like awkward,
yeah,
and it's like it's hard for them to go up and like talk to somebody,
yeah,
and you see it a lot. I'm like, guys, again, you have to realize you can't take life as like as
yeah,
serious as you're making it out to be. I mean, it's fine if you are in like a bar or a restaurant or something, and like just go up and talk to
yeah.
somebody. You're like, oh, I'm shy. You do realize like this world is just like it's like every day is just gone to shit and
Yeah.
something happens. Who knows how much time left we have on this earth?
Yeah,
Uh,
especially over this past week, man.
yes, I
Yeah,
would highly suggest you start making life worth living.
yeah,
Yeah.
real life. I mean, I think that's something I've been trying like consciously to do. Like I've had so many hobbies or interests that like I have dropped or just lost,
Mm,
because I don't know, life takes place and I'm
yeah.
like, I have more important things to do. But the older I get, and I'm not old, but but I would say the older I get, um, I'm realizing more that the things that bring you joy in life are the most important. Even if they don't bring you as much financial freedom, or I just think the simple fact that, like, for example, I like to take pictures, and I was having a conversation with myself about like the benefits of going and taking more pictures. Like one, like it's exercise because I have to walk around with this camera and take pictures, and around Richmond or wherever.
Yeah.
But also I think about where we live in Richmond, and I'm kind of a tourist in my own city. Like I
Hmm.
don't really know a lot
Yeah.
about Richmond.
Same. Same.
Um, and just going outside and like taking different roads and walking different sidewalks, I'm finding new restaurants and new places and new events and these places. I mean, I've been living here my whole life and I've never seen. And they bring me joy because not only am I like discovering these things and doing a hobby that I enjoy, but also like next week I can go to that same restaurant that I found that I was interested in, and it just keeps giving. So yeah, I think that's kind of been my biggest thing, at least this year, and kind of also I don't like to explicitly make New Year's resolutions. I try to keep it in the back of my mind because I know if I say it, I probably won't do it, but
Mm,
um, that's kind of been something that I've been focusing on since this year.
good.
Constantly, it's like I want to do more of that. I want to do like more hobbies and the things that like I was super passionate about
Yeah.
just 2 years ago. But I just you just get busy and you just lose it. So I think it's important to do it. And yeah.
I love that because I was telling you, like, I was planning, well, I planned on coming into 2026. I was like, something has got to give.
Hmm.
I'm very grateful and thankful of where I am currently, but I was like,
Hmm.
I need to do something to kind of promote and progress my career
Hmm.
in the arts, whether that's singing on a cruise ship, being on TV, doing this, whatever, whatever. But I also really, really, really wanted to do this podcast
Hmm.
for so long because I was like, I have a lot to say.
Yeah.
I was like, I have a lot to talk about. And I feel like all of the podcasts that like I've watched, I just don't see, I don't know, I just didn't really see much about like theater and like
Right.
the point of views and how like that's going and stuff. So I was like, what if I just like do it?
Yeah.
And like for like a couple of months, I was like, I don't know if I can like actually like pull it off. But then you start doing the research and then you're like, oh, actually this is
Yeah. I can do it.
actually can do it. And here we are.
Yeah.
Here we
Yeah.
are. So speaking of theater,
Okay.
now I ask all of my guests this.
Okay.
What is your like point of view of what theater is slash like what it means to you?
So full circle moment here. Um, when I saw Hamnet, I think I found my answer.
Mm,
Um, I think the point of theater, I mean, beyond, I mean, I think it can be really simple. I think it's just, expression.
yeah,
Like whether it would be in whatever you're doing. If it's comedy, there's like an escapism, with comedy where some people have a hard time in life, and you go see a funny play, and it makes your day better.
yeah.
You're
Mhm.
escaping through that.
Mhm.
Or it would be like a drama, where you may find some relation in the story, and watching someone put on a play about something pivotal in your life, and you watching it may give you a better understanding of it, or just make you feel seen.
Yeah.
You I think it's just like expression, and it's also it's a theater. There's like the most like community thing I think I've ever really seen, like
Yeah.
in person, because it brings people together in such a like a crazy way. And I'm not even like in theater, but like I see it, and it's amazing. So I think that's really what it is. I think it's a way for people to understand one another. I think it's people for to
Yes.
connect.
Yes.
Um, that's kind of my view. Every play that I've been, that I've seen, even yours.
Yeah.
Not even yours. That sounds crazy, but yours as well.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but yours as well. Like when I saw Rent, I
Mhm.
didn't know what the hell Rent was, and I feel like I was the only person on earth who didn't know what Rent was, honestly. Because like I called my mom on the way there, and she's like, "Where are you going?" I'm like, "Oh, my friend Dantes in a play," and she's like, "What play?" And I was like, "Oh, I think it's like some people in New York, and I don't know what's going on." She's like, "Rent," and I was like, "Yeah."
I mean, Rent is like pretty well known,
Yeah.
so Yeah.
But then I'm watching your play and I'm seeing what the story's about. And I mean, similar to what I'm saying now, I'm like, someone's lived this life.
Yeah.
And I think that's the point.
Hmm.
Like someone other than the author, obviously, and they see Rent and he's like, I relate to this, and it makes them feel seen. Um, so I think that's kind of my thing. Uh, Theater is multi-purpose, but I think at its
Mm.
core, it's about people being seen. Yeah,
Yes, I love the fact you brought up like how it brings people together because I'll say doing theater, it really does bring a lot of people together. I mean, like,
yeah,
at least a good portion of my friends are people who do theater because
yeah,
you really have to take in the fact when you're doing a show, I mean, your like typical process is like 2 to 3 months.
mm,
And so you're spending all of this time with your cast, with your crew,
yeah,
with the director, with everyone. And it's like at least I'll say maybe 4 or 5 times a week.
mm,
And so of course the more you see these people, the more you get to know them, and then like the more y'all start talking, and
yeah,
then you get into like backstories and your backstories and likes and dislikes. And then that once you get comfortable with him off stage,
yeah,
it shows how comfortable you guys are on stage.
mm-hmm.
Like the chemistry just spikes.
Yeah. You
Like,
can see it. Yeah,
yes,
mm-hmm.
you can see it. And it's crazy because once like the show is done, people are like sad and stuff because
Yeah,
you know you've spent like these
yeah. Good
few
portion of your
months,
life.
yes,
Yeah,
with these people, and you're like, well, damn, like, is that it? And then it leaves you wanting more,
yeah,
and then it leaves you to connect more. Be like, okay, well, like, what's your next show?
right.
And I'll come and see that, or maybe I'll come and try out for it too.
Yeah,
And you really do build family, like your theater friends are really your family because you
yeah,
go through a lot.
yeah,
Theater is like a whole job itself.
yeah,
And so you're doing all of this work, you're learning the lines, you're learning the music, you're learning your cues, learning when to come on stage and off stage, learning when to put in costume changes, um, mic checks. It's a lot.
it's a
It's
hard
a
job.
lot. It's a hard job.
Yeah,
And so you're going through all this with your friends, and it just makes it like that much better.
mm.
So yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the I guess from an outsider, the one thing that I would be jealous of is the community, because it. I mean, it's one thing that you hear about in the arts and specifically in theater, but seeing it, like, I don't know. I think that's also like why I do get like a real sense of joy like when I watch you,
Yeah.
like because like you can see it, like you can really see everything you've put into it,
Hmm.
and it's inspiring. I like it. There aren't too many things like theater where um you work on something for like you said 3 4 months, maybe even 6 months out of the year, and you put together a show and you can watch how everything came together.
Hmm.
um there's like that gratification there. I Yeah, I don't know, it's I'm finding new appreciations for theater. Like I'm glad I have you, as a friend. And also, like, I don't know. The more I look into film or something, like I was thinking about it because I was thinking about Denzel Washington, right?
King.
And he is like the coolest guy ever, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think like that's just what he's known for in any movie that he does. He's just like the coolest guy on the screen. Um, but he's like really into theater, you know, and he's really into Shakespeare. I'm not, but
Yeah.
um,
I don't know nothing about no Shakespeare.
yeah,
So.
but he's like really into it. And this was a couple years ago, maybe he was talking about like his last 5 movies he's going to do, or last 5 projects he's going to do, and 3 of them had to do with Shakespeare. It was like an Othello play, an Othello movie, and I think the Macbeth movie that he did on Apple TV. And with him being so cool, and I don't know too much of Denzel's upbringing, but I know a lot of like black youth look up to him.
Hmm.
A lot of people in the black community look up to him.
Absolutely.
And a lot of people look up to him as being like this cool, suave dude. but a lot of it comes from Shakespeare.
Which is crazy.
Yeah, and like we grew up in high school, and just being frank, like it's not cool to
It's
be
not.
Shakespeare,
Yeah,
but the
it's
but the
not.
but the coolest guy on earth is like a Shakespeare nerd,
Hmm.
and I've always wondered that. Like, if I were to ever ask him a question, I would just ask him like what he finds, or like what's the importance that he finds from his work,
Yeah.
um, and how can we you know relay that to our community, because I think there's a lot to be learned from it, and in theater in general. So it's cool. Like what I mean. Like I said, I was saying like theater's cool, and like I didn't know it was cool until recently. Like it's really cool.
Well, I'm glad you finally came to that
Yeah.
final idea. Theater is cool, guys. On that note,
Yeah.
I think we're gonna wrap up
Cool.
this episode. Thank you again
Of course.
so
Yeah. It was a
much
pleasure.
for
Yeah.
coming on here. Again, you can watch this on YouTube. You can listen somewhere. We'll figure that out soon. But again, thank you so much for supporting. Leave a comment. Tell me what you like. Tell me what you didn't like. Subscribe, and until next time, we're gonna say bye on three. Okay,
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Bye.
Bye.